Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Abby and this is my first video. I'm going to be filming the Booktube Newbie Tag. Sorry in advance if this is really awkward. This is my first video, so yeah. This tag was created by Brenda C and I was not tagged to do it, obviously, because this is my first video, but I thought this would be a good way to start this channel. I've been wanting to do it for a while now, but yeah, let's get into it. The first question is, why did you start this channel? For me, I really want to be able to discuss my love of books with people and potentially make friends who also love reading. I know that sounds really silly, but I think in my real life, I've never really had a lot of people that enjoy reading as much as I do, besides my parents. So it would just be a really cool way to meet and interact with new people. Also, I've always loved Booktube. It's been like such a big part of my life for so many years now. So yeah, I just want to be part of the community even more than I have. Question number 2 is, what are some fun and interesting, unique things you can bring to Booktube? I mean, I think there's so many people doing so many amazing things now on Booktube that it's probably hard to be unique or new, but I'm currently on a year abroad in Australia, so maybe some travel videos or just, I hope to do vlogs. For reading vlogs, so maybe some travelling clips would be included in that. I hope that would be something people would enjoy. Question number 3 is, what are you most excited about for this channel? For me, I really love recommending books. I have worked in a bookshop before and that was so much fun, and even my non-reading friends, I always recommend them books, and I love when they end up loving it because I feel like it helps bond us. So I think that would be something really fun to do. I also hope to get some friends who I can build like an interactive relationship with, to just discuss books. Like, I love reading so much, so yeah. Question number 4 is, why do you love reading? For me, I've always just loved reading. It's like my form of entertainment. Some people love TV shows, I love reading. I mean, I also love movies, but reading has been more of my passion for a lot longer. I think it's just being able to escape into like a new world and understand different cultures and different experiences. Also, I'm quite an introverted person, so it kind of allows me to recharge from socializing. Question number 5 is, what book got you into reading? I cannot remember a time in my life where I haven't been addicted to reading. But some of the most influential books that I read growing up, there was The White Giraffe by Lauren St. James. I remember my mum used to read it to me, and giraffes were my favourite animals at the time, so I could just imagine myself in the main character's position, and I love that series so much. And then obviously books by Roald Dahl. The BFG was like my favourite book as a child. It was just so magical and unlike anything I'd read before, so that was really good. But the book that I would say got me most into YA was definitely Twilight. I remember a girl at my school was reading the books and she just read them all within a week, and she wouldn't talk to anyone because she was reading them, and I was like, this must be a really good book if she can't put it down. So I went and bought the first book. I got halfway through it and immediately asked my mum to buy the next 3 books in the series so that I could just read all of them, and then as soon as they arrived I read all of them so quickly back to back, and after that I never really stopped. So yeah, Twilight has a big place in my heart for that. Question number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favourite booktubers? I feel like I wouldn't want to ask them anything to do with reading because most of the booktubers I watch are very open and just talk about all their reading tastes and even unpopular opinions, which I really appreciate. So I think it would be something more along the creative side, because obviously I've been very nervous about starting this channel for a while, so it would be more like how they edit their videos, how they get confidence to do it, just creative ideas really. Number 7 is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be hardest to overcome? For me, because I am on my study abroad, I think it's going to just be balancing everything. I want to still maintain how much I read, but I've got to balance that then with creating and editing videos, as well as socializing. Reading and booktube is such a passion of mine, so I hope to find a balance. Question number 8 is, when did you start reading? Like I said already, I don't remember not reading. I think that's largely because of my parents. Both my mum and my dad are really big into reading. And so I think just being around that all the time made me want to read, because I always wanted to follow in their footsteps. Number 9 is, where do you read? For me, it's mostly in my bed, because I like to be comfortable. I also mostly read physical or ebooks because they're just my preferred format. Generally I prefer physical, but because I am on my study abroad, most of my books this year will be on an e-reader, unless I get them from a library or thrift shop, purely because I can't afford to be buying books while traveling, and I would have to get rid of them anyway, so it doesn't make much sense. I do occasionally listen to audiobooks. I find them harder to get into because I don't listen to them as often as I should. I usually only listen to them when I'm walking to university or sometimes at the gym, but I tend to have massive breaks between them, so I find audiobooks more challenging to read. I, in general though, always have a book on me. Usually on my phone I'll have an ebook, so that if I'm just waiting around, say at uni or something, I can read. But I do prefer to read in like a private environment, because I feel like then I can get fully immersed, whereas when I'm around other people I get distracted so easily. So yeah, prefer reading by myself in my bed. And the final question, question number 10, is, what kind of books do you read? I'd say, because I've watched booktube for so many years now, I am open to reading pretty much anything. Most of the books I read, I would say, are YA, but I also read middle grade, I read adult, I read new adult, so not restricted age range wise. I, genre wise, tend to prefer fantasy or contemporary or romance. Sci-fi isn't my favourite, but I am open to it. I just don't think I've found the right sci-fi yet. I think that's my issue. Also, horror is not really something I'm into, just because I get scared so easily. But again, I'm open to it, just need to find the right one. But yeah, I also will probably be talking about a few classics every now and then, because I study English literature at university, so I do think like I will be talking about the books I read on my course as well, because I'm still reading. I still enjoy a lot of the books I read. And also they tend to be quite popular classics, so I'd be interested to see what people's views are on them. So that is the end of this tag. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to leave my Twitter down below for you to follow, and I hope to have another video up very soon.